It's pretty. Good morning from the Hare and Hounds in Gloucestershire. I travelled down here yesterday on the train from Edinburgh, and it was a lovely journey. Very easy, apart from there was a bit of a blip towards the end and I missed my connecting train and had to take an Uber the rest of the way, and which wasn't very far, so that was fine. But I made it here yesterday early evening and had dinner in the lovely restaurant last night. The food was amazing, and I sat tucked in a corner of the restaurant and it was all candle lit and it was just lovely. It's Monday today and I'm here with the brand Stihl for their press event and I'm really excited about it. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the stories I posted about my birthday gift last year. It was a strimmer. And I was so excited about it. I get really excited about garden tools, spades, clippers, anything of that sort. I love it. I absolutely love all the paraphernalia that comes with gardening. So when Stihl reached out to invite me on this trip, I was just, yes. It was like a hands down yes. So I have some of their products. I use their products already. I have 2 of their leaf blowers, which are an absolute godsend in my garden. I think we have about, or the tree surgeon said 40 trees around our property, but I really don't think there's that many. You know, I have to actually count. When I'm home, I'll count them with you and see if they were close or if they were right and I'm just imagining it. But I think we have in the region about 25. And as you can imagine, the majority of them are deciduous trees and they drop their leaves in autumn. So you can imagine the work that we have, the cleanup work, especially on the lawn. I don't worry too much about leaves and borders because they act as a really good mulch, but on the grass they tend to smother it and actually kill it. And if you're not quick to pick them up, they can really do damage. And I've actually seen that in the past few years, especially if we haven't been quick at it, or if we've piled them up and then left them on the grass for more than a couple of days, they've immediately sort of killed off the lawn and it does take quite a while to rebound. Just having leaf blowers is absolutely game changing. I'm going on a trip with them today to a place I've wanted to go to for a very long time. It's called Western Burt Arboretum, and it's autumn. And autumn there, I think, is just going to be magical. Look, I have no idea, but I really believe it's going to be a magical day, and it's supposed to be dry. So I'm excited to go and do that and see their new collection of tools. I'm not quite sure what to expect because I've never done an overnight press trip before. And have I done a press trip before? I went on a gardening workshop day, which was a press trip, but it was very hands-on from start to finish. It didn't really feel like that. Whereas I think this is more, actually, I have no idea what this is, so I'm not even going to comment. But anyway, I'm going to get up now and get ready for the day and have some breakfast. And yeah, I'll bring you along and we can discover this together.
Earlier that actually I've worked for the company for 8 years and I'm still considered quite new because everybody works there for a long time. You know, we've got someone in our warehouse that's worked there for 35 years and that is kind of the company it is. There's a lot of people that come and they stay and they're really passionate about the brand and the company. And that's down a lot to, you know, how much effort we put into developing like what we think are the best tools basically.
The chainsaw, you'll experience something called kickback, and kickback is where the chainsaw comes back at you. If you're using it like this, that's not a very good situation to be in. So we always want to have a chainsaw by our side with a comfortable stance, so you're supported and everything could happen, or you're unweighted, you can control yourself. When cutting on this timber here, you always want to have your bumper spikes up towards the log and it will just help guide you through the log as you cut. So a good stance would look like this, with a chainsaw there. And so we'll split off into the 2 groups, but that's the very basics on start.
Like this?
That's right, and you've got your thumb trigger,
yeah.
the thumb, and then close it down.
Did it? That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
so
pretty
easy.
cool. favourite one yet. It's a beast.
That was a level 1.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Can I go again?
Oh, yeah. See? Going a tiny bit through the third.
And the back?
So would it just feel like you've been punched in the
Oh,
legs?
there you go.
Not touched at all, and no bruising or anything to the tree.
We've arrived at the cottage and Andrew and I are playing a game of Scrabble, and I have just played the word dogma and he doesn't believe it's a real word.
Well, that's maybe too far-fetched. I've heard that, I'm just not sure. If we don't know what a word... Hold on, let me count up. 3,
So if
4,
I'm wrong,
5,
I'll
6,
forfeit
7,
the
8,
entire game.
9, 10, 20,
I'll keep you
21,
posted.
22, 23.
Good morning from the beautiful Cotswolds. Andrew and I are spending the weekend down here. We came down here yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. And we arrived early afternoon and we're staying at my friend's beautiful cottage, which overlooks probably the most picturesque valley I think I've ever seen. I'll insert some footage I took last night while Andrew and I were out on a sunset walk. It is magical. So we've been up bright and early. I think it's now maybe about 8:30 and we're going to make our way from here all the way up to Stow-on-the-Wold, and on the way we're going to visit a few antique shops and maybe have some breakfast, and we'll probably end up at Daylesford. My husband loved it there last time we went, so we're going to go back and have a bit more of a look, because I don't think we were there for very long last time. I feel like we were quite rushed. We were going to visit our friends down in Exeter, and we stayed a night in the Cotswolds on the way down, and we visited Daylesford farm for maybe like 20 minutes to pick him up some bits on the way. So we're going to go back and spend a little bit more time there. And yeah, so I'll bring you along for as much of it as possible. I'm not great at blogging or vlogging in public. I just feel a little bit self-conscious, to be honest. But that's the bits that I really like to see in YouTube videos. So I'm going to buck up and just bring you along anyway. Let's go enjoy the day. First up, Cirencester. That's lovely. Just Thriftwood. Oh look, there's work overalls. I love these. They're extra large.
I think it's lovely. Okay.
Fresh as well. Get some. I wish I'd grown some this year.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, really good, thanks.
So those 4 are originals.
Yep.
Bizarrely, I don't know why they're the 4 I'm not protected in cellophane. No idea what I'm saying. But so those ones are the originals.
We won't touch them, I promise.
Somebody will do, I'm absolutely certain. And then the others are friends.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
How much are your perfume bars? How much is it? Is it Panache?
Yeah, however you want to say it. This is £12. I need you to look at this.
Oh, look, but you're not having it.
You might take one out.
No, please.
I'm just looking. Seriously. Mummy. Mummy. I need to show you some. Oops, I was gonna explode. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Just on this.
There's your cleaver.
There's my cleaver. And your chocolate and the chocolate board that you're talking about.
Love this dresser. And that wardrobe in the corner.
I can almost do like a time lapse set.
I'm not going to do a time lapse. I thought she'd phoned her manager and said, I'm thinking of being sick tomorrow. What will
Can I take
happen?
a second? Will I be investigated? You know what you've got to sometimes admire her honesty.
I know.
Then she'll never get into trouble because she
True.
asked first.
Yeah. Ooh, espresso liqueur.
Cheers, aren't
They are pears in Calvados and cherries with kirsch. See the topiary Anne?
they? Yeah, like that's a project.
Oh gosh, yeah. That's right up my street.
Proper views.
Yeah, we'll have a break as well. Good morning from the Cotswolds. It is Sunday and Andrew and I are just taking a walk before we head back up to Scotland. We set off about an hour and a half ago and just went wherever the road took us basically, and we got a little bit lost, and now we're walking along a farmer's field back to the cottage before we head for breakfast. It's the perfect way to start the day. I'm now back home in Scotland after my trips back and forth to the Cotswolds, and what a great time I've had over the past week or so. The Stihl event was brilliant, very informative. I've been converted to battery powered tools. They are so much quieter than petrol alternatives, and my neighbours will probably be really happy to hear that, because when Andrew and I both have a leaf blower going, I'm sure they absolutely hate us. We obviously stick to sociable hours and do it for the shortest amount of time possible, but I think battery powered will be the way to go. And I love that within the ranges, the batteries are interchangeable, so you literally just need to have a couple of batteries and you can use them in all of the machines that come in that range. So we tried their leaf blower, and I think it's the most powerful leaf blower on the market, and it's battery powered, and it's now on my Christmas wish list because, my word, this thing was just insane. So that was very, very worthwhile. The day ended with dinner back at the Hare and Hounds with the Stihl team and some of the other creators that were there for the day, and everyone was super lovely, and we had a really nice evening. Again, amazing food at the Hare and Hounds. If you ever get a chance to go there or stay there, I highly recommend it. Andrew and I were obviously dotted about the Cotswolds as well. I think we crammed quite a bit into our 2 or so days there. We, as I said in my last clip, we went on a walk on Sunday morning, and it was meant to just be like a couple of miles, and I think it turned into about 8. We took a few wrong turns, and then at the end of it, I gave up on using my little Google Maps to keep track of where we were going, and we ended up in farmers' fields, which I don't really like to do, even if I'm walking on the verge, which we were doing, or walking through like the tractor tyre path, because I don't want to be walking on anything that's just like freshly sown or freshly ploughed. But we had to do that, otherwise we'd be walking on the main road. And we came through one field and ended up behind closed gates of somebody's estate. And then we were panicking, scrambling under hedges and over fences to get out. So we were just giggling away trying to get back to the cottage. I love that feeling though of getting lost somewhere on foot and just exploring. I mean, we saw everything from llamas to chickens and horses and Highland cows, and it was just wonderful, and so many birds of prey. I think there were buzzards. So the cottage we were staying at actually belongs to a friend of mine who I met on Instagram about 7 years ago, and we've known each other digitally for that long, and we've been pen pals, and I've made curtains for her house and things like that, but we never actually met. So this was the first time we were meeting in person, and she's utterly lovely, and it was so wonderful to finally get to give her a hug and say hello and have a proper chat. So that just made the trip even more special. And yeah, I've had a wonderful birthday weekend, and now my mind is on Christmas and decorating, and I have a few bits that arrived in the post, and I picked up some things in the Cotswolds as well. So I'll do a little haul in my next video and show you everything that I've got and what my plans are to decorate the house. I think I'll also be making my Christmas wreath. So I will see you in the next video, and until then, take care.